Morning everyone. Today we are going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and these are going to be random facts about me. I have no idea how many there are. I think there's probably like 30 maybe. So I am just going to start at the top, and as usual I also have my coffee here. The first fact about me is that when I was younger I always wanted to have brown eyes. So as you might know, I have blue eyes. And I live in Norway, where absolutely most of the population does have blue eyes. Although in the world, brown is by far the most common. But I really wanted brown eyes. I had a girl in my class and she had brown eyes, and I always thought her eyes were so pretty. I really wanted brown eyes. I don't mind my blue eyes now anymore because I've been to foreign countries and I know that it's more of a rare thing. But we always tend to want what we don't have, right? The second fact about me is that I have a scar on my hand from a friend who pinched me. So she literally punched me until I started bleeding. And I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see the scars. They're right here. You can see that one right there, and then there's another one right there. So she pinched me like this, and yeah, she pinched me until I bleeded. So there was one right there, which I don't think you can see very well, and then this one right there. I also have scars on my arm right here. You might or might not have seen these before. Right here, and then this one right here. So there's this one, and these are both from I fell onto barbed wire when I was in 6th grade, I think, and it completely sliced off my arm. And they have shrunk a lot because obviously that was like 12, 13 years ago now. And yeah, so those, I also have those R's right here, and they are kind of brown. And then I also have my like vaccine scar, but they're back here. A lot of people think that these are actually vaccine scars. They're not. They're from barbed wire, and it didn't even hurt because it all happened so fast that I didn't even realize something was happening until I was laying there. So I went home and I called my mom. Probably should have went to the hospital and got some stitches, or to the doctor to get some stitches. I did not. I cut apart some bandage because I was in 6th grade. I had no idea what I was doing. My mom just said that I had to cover it up, and we didn't have band-aids that was big enough because the sores were like this long. And yeah, it was not cool. I had stitches once when I was in kindergarten. I got stitches on my knee after I fell, and I don't know how many stitches there were, but I got stitches in my knee, and you can still see the scar like 20 years later. I also have different thumbs. So my this thumb is really thick and weird, and this thumb is really nice and, well, not nice, but normal and slender. And the you can see it like this as well. Both of my thumbs used to be thick like this one, but I had an infection in this thumb, and after that it straightened out. I don't know how that happened, but it did. For as long as I can remember, I've always bit my nails, which is why I always have nail polish on, because nail polish stops me from biting, and it's the only thing that I can do to not bite my nails, because I don't bite as much anymore. I've been a lot better. For probably like the past 10 years, it's been a lot better. But up until I was like 15, it was really bad. I used to always bite, and my nails were like this long. They were like barely there because they had all been bitten down. Now they look more normal and the length is a lot better, but I still do have to have nail polish on my fingers at all times. My birthday is January 29th, which is on Tuesday, and I will be 25, and that also means that I am an Aquarius. And Aquarius is an air sign, which is still confusing to me because it literally means Aquaman. So I have never been to the hospital. I've been to visit people at the hospital, like my grandma and my brother and stuff like that, but I have never broken a bone. I've never had a concussion, anything like that has led me to be at the ER or the hospital. My first ever concert was a Brad Paisley concert in 2014 in Tampa, Florida. In all of my 25 years, I have had 3 boyfriends, one of which I am still with. My first relationship was almost 5 years long. The second was about half a year, and on my current one is going on 3.5 years now. We really want a bearded lizard. I think that's what you call it. In Norwegian, it's called skjeggagam. Marius really wants his name to be Harry, so he could say, "You're a lizard, Harry." For as long as I can remember, we've always had cats when from like pretty much when I was a baby. And I remember my mom told me that when I was younger, I was laying in a crib and the cats were not allowed in, and my uncle just came and lifted the cat and put him inside the crib with me. So I'm sure you all know that we pretty much all of us have had a goth period at some point. Mine was around 9th grade, and I really wanted black hair, and my mom refused, so we compromised and I got dark brown. When I was finally allowed to start wearing makeup, and my first item was like some lip gloss and a mascara, and instead of getting brown mascara like you would think, I got blue, because my mom thought that black mascara was too harsh. So instead of getting brown like a normal person, I got blue mascara. When I was younger, I played a cornet for 1 or 2 years. I don't quite remember, probably closer to 2. And then they started with this acting thing as part of the band, whatever. And I hated it, and I was not able to not do it, so I quit. And I really enjoyed it, so it was really a shame that they had to force us through that, because I just really didn't want to, and it ended up with me leaving. When I was younger, I was bullied for years. I was bullied all throughout probably at least 7th grade, probably even 8th or 10th, 8th or 9th. And when I was in probably, I think I was like 4th or 5th grade, the boy who was bullying me was a year older. Anyone at school just didn't do anything, and my mom told me that I should just push him into a ditch to like get my point across, because I was a head taller than he was, and my mom told me to push him into a ditch, and I did. And he complained to the school's teachers, and they said, "Well, what did you expect?" So I never got any consequences from pushing him into a ditch, and it is by far the best thing I ever did. By all means, I don't think that you should all go pushing your bullies into ditches. I'm just saying it helped, and I did get my mom's permission. My mom said that if they like gave me any crap about it, that you should just say that she made me. So you've all seen me, probably most of you have seen me with my crazy hair colors, and my first hair color was purple. Well, my first weird hair color was purple, which was 2.5 years ago now, and I could never imagine going back. When I was in 6th grade, I really wanted to bleach my hair blonde. My mom refused to do it. She was the one who usually helped me dye my hair, but she didn't want to do it, so my dad helped me, and the results were so bad. That was not my father's fault at all. I had so much box dye in my hair, and then we had like decolorants or whatever, like color oops kind of thing, and to get the old color off and then bleach to get my hair like light, and it was so orange. It was absolutely horrible, and it fried my hair to bits, so I had to get it chopped really short. And I have never been so unhappy going out of the hairdresser ever in my life. If you've ever been to anything fun park or something with me, you know that I absolutely hate drops. Hate it. I am really bad at going on rides and stuff in Disney and all that. I can do Soarin' and the smaller rides for the countries and stuff like that, but I will not do anything with a bigger drop. Anything at all. I think I did Seven Dwarfs Mine Train once, and that was alright, but things with a really straight down drop, I get absolutely horrified, and I refuse to go on them. When I was 7 years old, my parents divorced, and they are both engaged with new people now. My dad has been engaged for, I think, like forever. At least it feels like forever. Probably like 10, 12 years, something like that. They have been engaged for a really long time. And my mom has been engaged for, I think, 3. And my mom doesn't want to get married again. My dad and my dad's fiance is 8 years older than he is. And she always said that she would have to get married. If she was getting married again, it would have to be before she got turned old, like she called it, when she was 50. That's what she considered old. They never did. And I think she's 58 now. So they probably never will. If you are familiar with my channel, you know that I absolutely love traveling. It's one of my favorite things to do. Unfortunately, it is a very expensive hobby, and it's not the easiest thing to do when you have a full-time job because everything has to be planned out. And I really like doing spontaneous things like ordering a vacation and just going next week. But in my current job, that's just not a possibility. I also really like doing stuff alone. I like going shopping alone. I like eating alone. I like going on vacation alone, going to Sweden alone. And a lot of you have said or asked in my travel vlogs where I am alone, like my Orlando one. I'll leave a link in the corner if you haven't seen it already. Some of you said that you don't know how I do it, or that you really want to but you think it's scary. And my best tip is to just do it. Just go on something small, like go to the next town and book into a hotel for 2 nights just to see how you like it being alone. I know some people really don't like being alone. Marius is one of those people. I don't think he would ever go on a vacation all alone. He just doesn't enjoy it. And I think it's really freeing being alone. You can go where you want, do what you want, eat where you want, eat what you want, sleep as long as you want, stay at the hotel you want, do whatever you want. It's great. And it's highly recommended if you think that that is something that you would enjoy. My favorite movie is a movie called Memoirs of a Geisha, and it is actually based on a book, and it is by far one of my favorites. It is set in Japan with a young girl who is sold into a house for geishas, and she is eventually brought up to be a geisha. And I just think it's so fascinating. I have also read the book, which has the same name, and it is amazing. And the book is actually based on a woman, like it's based on her story, where she was talking to the author of the book and they wrote it together, and it is so interesting. If you like history, if you like geishas, if you like Japan, it is highly, highly recommended. I actually saw the film before I read the book, and the book has a lot more background story than the film does, which is usually the case with adaptations. But both of them are really, really good, and I would highly recommend you see them. I can move my ears, which I don't know how uncommon that really is, but I know Marius can't. Actually, I think my other one is more moving. So yeah, I can move my ears. What else can I do? I can move the inside of my eye right here. I'm gonna zoom you in because it's really weird. Like right here. I can only do it on this side, not this one. And then with my hands, I can do this. I don't know how uncommon that is either. I don't know if I can do anything else weird. In total, I have been to 12 countries, that is excluding Norway, where I was born. And I always forget some country when I count up the countries. So it took me like 5 minutes to realize that I've also been to England, where I've been 4 times. So, well, actually it's 3 times. It's about to be 4. I'm going there in February for VidCon, which I'm so excited about. And it seems that their program is really good, so I'm hoping that I'll get some new knowledge while we're there. But yeah, 12 countries. And in the US, I have been to 4 states. No, I've been to 5 states. I've been to Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Nevada. And then I have technically been to New York. I landed there, got a taxi to the hotel, and left the hotel the next morning and went to Greyhound. And I have traveled by bus all down the East Coast from New York to Orlando. And it is about 28 hours of bus travels, and it was great. It was actually really fun. And it sounds super weird. I have actually done a little Greyhound story thing. I'll leave that in the corner as well if you haven't seen it. It's quite old, and that is from when I went to Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston, South Carolina in 2015, actually. I aim to be location independent one day, which basically means that you can work from anywhere in the world. You do not have to be stuck in an office. You can work from the beach, or you can work from your house, or you can work on vacation. And with the lifestyle that I personally want to have, I don't necessarily want to be a digital nomad, not having a home or a home base, but I want to be able to work from anywhere and travel when I want to. The past few years I have started enjoying plants, which is something that I never really cared about before. I have more and more plants now. I have this one, which is an areca palm. I have this one, which is my coffee plant. I have a Venus flytrap, which is sitting in the window. I have a, actually no, it's sitting right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's right there, which is a Venus flytrap. I have a few cacti and a few succulents. I have a cacti right here. This little funky one, which is from IKEA. Most of my plants are from IKEA, I think. I don't know where my dad got the areca palm, which we got when they came to see our apartment, but almost all of the other plants that we have are from IKEA. I have another carnivorous plant as well, in addition to the Venus flytrap. It's sitting in the window because I think I drowned it a little bit, so I'm hoping the light is going to help it like keep it together. Hopefully I didn't completely drown it. If not, I'll just buy a new one. I have really started to enjoy plant, which is kind of strange to me because I am terrible at it. I have to do extensive research every time I get a plant to figure out how much water does it need, how cold is it okay with being in, how do I keep it alive, basically. How do I not drown it? Which I have gotten better at. I read an article yesterday which helped a lot. And another thing that is very different for me, which I never used to like, if you have seen my apartment tour, you know that we have quite a lot of gold in this apartment. I have a gold Fitbit, I have gold earrings, I have gold, like a gold memo board behind my camera right now. I have gold lantern. This is from IKEA as well. This is from their winter collection. It was super cheap on sale, so it was like $1. So I just had to have it. Gold coasters. I have a gold coffee, thermo, whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. And I have started to really enjoy gold, which I never used to like gold. I've always been a silver person until like really quite recently. I'm still not a huge fan of super yellow gold, but like copper-ish, copper rose gold, huge fan. At least for now I am. It might change. If it does, I'm gonna have to redecorate this entire apartment. Those were all of the random facts that I had about myself. I don't know how many those were. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any random facts about you that you want to share, leave them down below. Let me know your favorite movie and your favorite book down below as well, because I'm always looking for new recommendations. I don't like horror movies. I should have mentioned that too. I really don't like horror movies. I just think either there's too much gore or they're just plain boring, and I just don't like them. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know if you're going to VidCon in London in February. Maybe I'll see you there, and I'll see you guys in my next video. That was such a weird outro. I'm sorry, you guys. Bye.